climbing up a 10,000-year-old volcano and looking out over Haikou.
And when a cooling breeze blows off the Chongzhou Straits, this is really a lovely place to be.
Receiving a dose of traditional culture.
Well, I never thought I'd be coming here to learn traditional Chinese drinking games.
Titillating my taste buds with volcanic ingredients.
Which is really good. And all these flavors together in my bowl are even better in my mouth. Shishan, black tofu.
Join me this week as I visit the little town of Shishan at the foot of Haikou's volcanoes. In the area known as Yangshan to the southwest of Haikou, a volcanic eruption hundreds of millions of years ago formed the hilly landscape we see today. The area was covered by lava, and the remains of the crater, dating back tens of thousands of years, can still be seen.
I'm standing here at the entrance to Haikou's volcanic crater park. After thousands of years of monumental changes, what do the volcanoes look like nowadays? Come with me for a look-see.
Haikou Crater Park is home to one of China's few dormant Holocene volcanic groups, which erupted around 10,000 years ago. The park covers an area of 108 square kilometers and contains no fewer than 34 volcanoes, both large and small.
我们这座火山口呢，在最后一次喷发时间呢，是在8000多年前，是一座休眠状态的火山。然后在我的右手边这一块呢，就是我们公园的镇园之宝。这8000年前岩浆爆发冷却后冷却的火山岩石。
哇，那为什么当年这个火山会喷发呢？
好，我带你去我们的科普馆了解一下整个火山的形成过程啊。
好。
There are two science museums at Haikou Crater Park. Not only are there display boards presenting information on volcanoes, but also various models of their internal structure.
火山它运动呢，其实是跟我们板块有关。板块运动呢，地下面的岩浆呢，会从地幔里产生大量的热气后，就从我们地壳比较薄弱的地方冲出来，就形成了一个火山口。
Ma'anli, the Saddle Ridge, consisting of two volcanoes, Fenglu Ridge and Baozi Ridge, was named for its saddle-like shape. It is one of China's better-known dormant volcanoes.
我们看一下它内部的里面的构造，它是从地壳冲出来，就形成一条通道。通道呢，岩浆呢喷发出来后带出来的火山碎屑物呢，它里面的岩浆冷却后没有物质支撑，它会坍塌下来，就形成了一个大洞口。
这样子，然后它慢慢的就会变成一个山。
对对对。
Although unable to witness the volcanic eruptions of 10,000 years past with our own eyes, there are many geographical formations to be found here that were shaped by flowing lava.
现在我们来到这边呢，就是我们的熔岩流保护区。这个就是最后一次8000年前岩浆最后流淌下来后冷却后的原貌。那从这一块的熔岩流呢，我们可以看出这边呢有3层，你看第一层、第二层，还有底下面的总共有3层，就间接的说明我们这座火山呢不止喷发过1次。
那一共它喷发过多少次？
目前的话最少是3次，但底下还有多少次呢？我们目前没法探测到。我们现在就在火山口的底部了。这个洞口的洞深呢，从底部到最高点呢，就是69米深。它两边的直径呢是130米。
哇，我怎么感觉作为一个喷火的地方，这里好凉快啊！
是不是很凉快？
比外面凉爽多了。
对。
Inside the crater in Fenglu Ridge, 4 different kinds of vegetation grow, including mosses, ferns, shrubs, and trees. The temperature inside the crater is noticeably different to that outside.
在我印象当中，在一个火山口，不会有那么多植物呢。
对，别的火山口一般都是光秃秃、寸草不生，我们这个可是海口的绿肺哦。因为整个呢，是我们火山这个年限，它喷发8000年嘛，时间比较长。火山石呢，喷发后的土壤呢比较肥沃，再加上这边的雨水比较多，所以环境条件的允许下，它长了很多的植被。
还是海南是个好地方啊。
The surrounding soil is incredibly fertile, allowing life to thrive inside this little world within the crater. Looking up, I see a bigger world outside awaiting me.
边，我们现在就到了我们的海口的制高点了，海拔222.8米。
哦，那挺高的哈。
对，正前方呢就可以看到我们整个海口的市中心。像左手边这一块呢，就是我们的观澜湖；右手边呢，就是我们的澄迈老城，这一块了。
哇，那这个能见度很高啊，应该
对
看几十公里起码哈，是吧？
能，因为现在站的就是海口最高的一座山上面了。但是能见度很高的情况下，我们还可以看到崇州海峡、大海的对面的广东湛江学文都能看得清楚。
And when a cooling breeze blows off the Chongzhou Straits, this is really a lovely place to be. It's great to get out the city, and it was really worth the hard slog.
Wuse Classical Academy, nestled at the foot of Crater Park, makes full use of its unique location by integrating the cultural resources around the park to provide a series of traditional courses for children.
五色共享书院哈，这个名字很特别的。那个五色表达什么呢？
五色是说明我们那个书院有5个板块的一个教育。我们五色共享书院融红色、绿色、蓝色、古色、本色教育为一体。
哇，感觉很全面的哈。
是专业打造孩子的第二课堂。
哦，
对。
我听是不是旁边有孩子上课啊？
对，那边有孩子上课，
可以去看吗
？OK，
好，
走。
孩子们在上什么课呢？
孩子们上《论语》，《论语》属于我们的国学经典。
The courses offered by the Academy focus on the Chinese classics and provide children with the chance to learn Chinese poetic meter and classical reading.
Well, I've been to some traditional Chinese classrooms before, but I think what strikes me most about this one is not only the decor, but also the fact that both the teacher and the children are all wearing traditional Chinese outfits. It really adds a touch of class and culture to the proceedings.
The Chinese classics educate, music and chess ameliorate, calligraphy and painting cultivate, physical activities invigorate.
Well, I love Chinese characters and I love practicing them in such wonderful traditional surroundings as these, especially with the expertise of a teacher like Mr. Jiang. It really gets the juices flowing. And this little ode for my mother-in-law here, well, I just hope she likes it.
Time-honoured games such as throwing arrows into a pot and archery are just some of the fun to be had at the Academy.
I can see someone over there teaching the kids traditional Chinese archery, so I'm going to go and see whether I can have a try myself.
我们在练习射箭之前呢，一定要保护自己的这个安全。我们先把护目镜戴起来。
Good. Safety first.
好，现在我们来开始这个射箭练习。
好，
站如松，对，两脚踏实，体态姿势一定要自己注意。然后左手拿着弓，右手就可以开始拉了。
OK， 这样子对吗？
对，就这样。继续拉，可以了。好，然后我们瞄准下面的那3个靶子。
OK, are you ready?
好，1,
2, 3.
可以，您可以多试几次。
Oh no!
Failure is the mother of success. After the teacher's careful instruction, I slowly start to improve.
1, 2, 3.
这个进步很大了，已经，不错，进步已经很大了。
看到了没有？
Throwing arrows into a pot is an old drinking game enjoyed by scholars and officials, typically during feasts.
这个箭呢，就是我们的传统的羽毛箭了。然后为了安全呢，我们把这个箭头改为橡胶的了。我们首先找到它重心用拿毛笔的手势，尽量呢，我们把这个箭投一个抛物线。抛物线，可以。
Well, I never thought I'd be coming here to learn traditional Chinese drinking games. These have their own utensils, and what surprises me most is there's this particular technique about them. So here we go. I'm going to try it one more time. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Well, I'll stick to the games that I know and love. Around 8,000 years ago, in the vicinity of the park, volcanic activity created the unique environment of what is now the town of Shishan and produced its rich and nourishing soils. Now I shall take you all on a jaunt to the village of Meishe to have a look at its curious volcanic buildings.
In the quaint village of Meishe, formerly known as Fuxing, volcanic rocks are 10 a penny. Thanks to their abundance, villagers began to use them to build their houses.
欢迎你来到我们美舍村。
谢谢。
这美舍村的话是在宋朝时期建村，已经有800多年的一个历史。我们现在走的这条路啊，它就是以前一些官家人家必经的一个道路，就是可以连接我们府城澄迈这一带的，是一条古驿道，也是用我们当地的这个火山石覆而成的。
哦，这个是火山岩哈。
对，这些就是火山岩啦。 它都下多大雨都不会积水，
那很适合海南哈。
是我们下面就到村里面的，好好参观，好好看一下。
好啊，
到前面都看看。好。
Time and history have taken their toll on the village's volcanic stone houses, and they have somewhat lost their sparkle. However, a few traces of their former glory can still be found on the walls of some of the buildings.
你看，这是我们的老房子。 就是用我们当地的这个火山石直接干垒而成的啊。
阿婆你好，打扰了，哎，你好你好，哎，您住在这里吗？
就是这里啊。
哦，你这里很舒服吧？
嗯。
刚走到碰洗手呀，你走过来见过的碰。
好看啊，好热啊。
好热。
好。
他说住在这里很好。
哦，很好。
就这个房子是冬暖夏凉的。
那特别宜居的哈。我发现哈，咱们村里。 在很多门口就摆了这种水缸啊，那是为什么呢？
我来给你解释一下，因为我们这是火山地区，在以前是很缺水的一个地方，所以有这么一段民谣，叫“嫁女不嫁金，嫁金不嫁银，数数门前缸，缸多就成亲”。就是水缸啊，在当时就是一种财富的一个象征，谁家缸多就代表富有。
哦，那像阿婆有3个水缸，
很厉害了，很厉害了。
有钱。
对对对。
To a certain extent, the formation of these volcanic stones has changed the way in which people in Yangshan live and work. The crustal movements have made it difficult to grow traditional crops on the land. However, the introduction of dendrobium has brought new opportunities for local villagers.
你好，欢迎来到火山石湖园。
谢谢。
我们这个园区的话，是一个防野生种植的全国独一无二的一个种植之地。
我看你们是一直在喷水啊，这里这是什么呢？
这个是我们一个高科技的一个智能喷灌系统。
智能的。
对。
The intelligent irrigation system in the park is able to monitor the real-time ambient temperature and humidity, and automatically turn on the sprinklers, providing sufficient water for the dendrobiums.
在市面上有2种石斛，最常见的就是铁皮石斛和钦差石斛。对，它的功效有很多啊，像我们经常说咽喉炎啊，它是可以起到一个滋养阴茎、润喉清肺、补益脾胃、护肝利胆、强筋降脂、降低血糖。
我听你讲这么多哈，我很想尝一下，可以吗？
好，我们过去品一下我们的石斛茶。
好啊。
好。这是我们的钦差石斛的那个饮片拿来煮出来的茶水，喝的话，它对人体的话是增强人的免疫力的，对抗疲劳、抗衰老。
工作节奏太快了哈，所以多喝点这个。
对。
哎，我看您那篮子里面不是有生的这个石斛吗？
这个呢就叫石斛鲜条。这个鲜条我们可以直接食用的，可以起到一个消炎止痛的一个作用的，您可以尝一下。
你不要去皮啊，是吧？哦，
不需要。对它这个味道，这个味道苦就是对了。虽然它是苦，但是在中草药里面呢，也是苦口良药的。
These unassuming dendrobiums do not only represent an additional source of income for villagers, but also provide them with work near their homes.
不用外出，就是跑到海口啊，
要
去上班啊，这样子对我们来说是非常好的一个
选择。对，非常好。来，干杯。Well, these plants are incredibly bitter. The tea, on the other hand, isn't too bad. But the outcome of all of this is decidedly sweet. By opening up the volcanic dendrobium garden, the locals here can plant these and can open up different and extra income channels, which has enabled them to shake off poverty altogether. How good is that? And on top of all of that, they're great for your health as well. Cheers.
Huang Chunmei tells me that Hainan's only dendrobium museum is located here in Shishan, and that it can teach me everything I need to know about the genus.
那石斛呢，它是中华9大仙草之首。早在2000多年前呢，是被记录在古籍要典当中。它的药用价值比较高，所以呢，从古到现在呢，被人们过度采挖，导致野生资源濒临灭绝。
那你们通过什么方法来繁育它？
我们公司是通过生物科技，然后对它进行规模化的扩大繁育。
Growing dendrobiums is a complicated process. The plants must first be cultivated for 4 years before being transferred to the wild. I am fortunate enough to have an opportunity to plant dendrobium seedlings on volcanic rocks.
我看了，
这个是我们平时会做的一个小盆景。来，我们有个石头，然后我们用这个椰糠啊，这个椰糠有保湿、保水、保肥的作用。然后是把那个根，我们先把那个椰糠把它敷在根上面，然后这个呢钉子呢就这样子固定了，我们就可以钉上去了。你可以钉一下。
哇，它到这个石头里面去吗？
对，要用力的。
哇，这个石头还是蛮硬的。
对。
OK，怎么样？
对，非常好。
哇，
你看它已经牢固了。
I've had a go at planting my very own dendrobium, which is not only rare, but is facing extinction here in China. In about 2 weeks' time, its roots will come out, it'll take hold on the rock, and hopefully one day will become a fully fledged plant.
While learning about dendrobiums, Xiao Yamei mentions a special local dish called dendrobium soup. As a plant highly valued for its medicinal uses, local people have incorporated it into their cuisine.
The fertile soils in Yangshan and its environs means that it is home to some delicious foods such as black tofu and the region's special lamb. I have it on very good information that this place here serves exceptional dendrobium lamb, and I love the name, Your Home in Hainan. Now let's go home and see what's in the offing.
你好，燕，欢迎来到我们海南有个家民宿。我们的民宿除了住的地方，还有吃的，还有玩的。
哇，你提到吃的，有没有石山镇的特色菜呢？
有啊，今天为您准备了我们当地特色的美食，比如石斛炖13雍羊，还有当地特色含富硒的13黑豆腐。
哇，豆腐，我最爱吃豆腐呢。
Black tofu is a popular local dish among Shishan's villagers. One of the raw ingredients is Shishan's very own black beans. On the advice of the proprietor, I decide to have a try myself at grinding some beans.
把2个手放在这，
放在这儿啊。
对，然后扎好马步，然后往前冲的感觉，对，这样子一推一拉，一推一拉。
Well, grinding these soybeans to make tofu in the most traditional way is a little bit like the time I ground coffee beans to make a nice cup of coffee, only a lot harder work. Apparently people around here still use this traditional method today to make black tofu. 哇，好丰盛啊！
今天就为您准备了我们的13雍羊炖的石斛汤，还有我们的刚才磨制的黑豆腐。
哇，太好了！哎，你说的这个石斛哈，我刚才也种植的石斛，一定是这个营养非常的高哈。
还有我们当地的一些牛啊、羊啊、猪啊，这是我们当地的一种野菜捞叶。那我们开始制作喽。好。
The scent of the cooking meat, accompanied by the sizzling sound of the barbecue, makes the wait almost unbearable.
这个是我刚才为您夹出来的，您试一下。
哇哦！
用这个生菜，
用手可以吧？
可以啊。生菜包着这个肉，对。
Have a look at this.
哎，很香的。
Lettuce, this 捞叶 and a lovely bit of pork there. It's going to be all folded up together in a little parcel and popped straight in. That's really good.
The contrast of betel leaves and the selection of meats really serves to bring out the individual flavours of each ingredient. It is, though, the milky-looking soup in the centre that catches my attention.
来，我们尝一下这个用火山泉水炖的13雍羊汤，里面加了石斛。尝一下。
很清淡的。Really nice.
很鲜。对。再加上我们的本地的山药。
Well, this soup, the main ingredients are local lamb, some yams, and this thing called the dendrobium, all mixed together in a soup. And it's quite a nice combination. Very light. Nice.
试一下我们的13黑豆腐，再加一点点酱油。
一个可小的哈。
好的。
I love that. 很多不同的味道在里面。It's stronger flavored than normal tofu. And the consistency is really nice. It holds its shape nice. It has an elasticity to it. And all these flavors together in my bowl are even better in my mouth. Very nice. Shishan black tofu. I highly recommend it.
My short stay in Shishan has been a rich and fruitful one. I have broadened my knowledge of volcanic eruptions, been privy to the secrets of growing dendrobiums, and tasted some of the local fare. So why not pay a visit to Shishan yourself? Its volcanoes are positively bursting to see you.
这里是海南卫视。